Hi everyone, my name is Sabrina. I'm an intern here at KRTU, and today I'm going to be talking about Declan McKenna's latest album, What Happened to the Beach. So at a young age, Declan McKenna began releasing music. His first really big hit was with Brazil, which he released when he was 16, which I think shows how talented and capable he is, that at such a young age he released such a huge hit, because that song really did vault him into popularity and in this huge indie rock scene. So since then, he has released 3 other albums, including What Happened to the Beach, which was released earlier this year in February. So now at 25, Declan continues to deliver indie rock hits. His new album, What Happened to the Beach, does kind of differentiate itself from his other albums just because of how airy and whimsical it is compared to his other albums, which definitely still do have an element of whimsicalness to them, I guess, but this album I think takes it to a whole nother level. The album begins with the first song, Wobble, which I think really does set the tone for the rest of the album. It kind of gives you a taste of what you're going to be hearing. It's very like the rest of the album. It's very airy, whimsical, ethereal, and it's just a perfect beginning to it. After Wobble, the album continues with songs like Elevator Hum, I Write the News, and Sympathy, which further showcase the album's tone and kind of the whimsicalness of it. After that, a personal favorite of mine is Mulholland's Dinner and Wine, which immediately captivated me, and I think as soon as you hear it, you're captivated into this whole other world. It has a very cinematic entrance to it. The song, like many others on the album, is very ethereal, airy, and it definitely entertains its audience with that sort of ambiance. And so in an interview, Declan explained, the origins of the title come from an off license in the UK, but it became entangled with Mulholland Drive in LA. The lyrics came from observations driving around the hills there and conversations at strange hip parties. So as the album continues, we hear songs like Breath of Light and Mezzanine, which I think perfectly encapsulate the tone of the album. Breath of Light feels extremely psychedelic. I think Declan even stated that it's the weirdest song he's ever released, so there's that. The song is completely strange and weird, but in the best possible way. I think as soon as you listen to it, I think you'd understand even what Declan means when he says it's the weirdest song he's ever released. Mezzanine, on the other hand, Declan states, kind of feels like one of the songs that leans into the dreaminess. Where Breath of Light was kind of going down into hell, I feel like Mezzanine is ascending upwards. So Mezzanine does definitely feel like a dream, kind of like Declan stated. It feels like you're in this trance-like state that you would really never want to leave. The sounds are very whimsical in the background, and it's just the perfect song you would hear in a dream. So as the album comes to an end, 4 More Years is the last track, which is a 48-second track that just seamlessly suits the style of the album. It's the perfect way to end it off. Like most of the album, it has an ethereal and airy quality, and it does really provide a fitting conclusion. And it's a very unique song, which I think is perfect to end off on a unique album. So What Happened to the Beach, the album, really does remind me why I love Declan so much and his unique sounds, because he's not afraid to experiment with something new and not afraid of what the public would say, and I think that's very fitting for Declan, and I think it's reminded me why I love his music so much and why I'm always excited to hear anything new he releases.